Kevin here from Formula Performance. Today we're going to do a very common maintenance item on a Foxbody Mustang. Over time the coolant tank may start to leak, some of the mounting tabs may break off, or it may be just in poor shape. We were able to find a good used OEM Ford coolant tank only for a few dollars from an ad online, someone parting out their Mustang. You could also look at a pick and pull, a junkyard, just about anywhere online, and you'll be able to find a good used OEM tank if that's the course you'd like to take. In our case, this tank does not have the low coolant sensor. The procedure is basically the same. You would have to reinstall the sensor and reconnect the wiring. Very simple, take you a few seconds to even do that. So I'm going to walk you through the process of taking off the tank and refilling it with coolant. To remove the coolant tank, you're going to need to grab yourself a 1/4-inch ratchet and a 5/16 socket with a small extension. What I like to do is start from the first bolt on the top and just unscrew that. Just a couple of clicks. And remove the bolt and the washer. And then there's going to be another bolt about halfway down the tank. It just may take a second to find. And then you're going to reinstall your ratchet. There's a couple of twists. It's a tight fit. Next, the top radiator hose will have to be removed. Just give it a couple of twists. Pop it out. Next, grab the hose, grab the tank. There's going to be two mounting tabs that locate the tank towards the bottom of the radiator shroud, and just lift up and twist to the side. After you remove the tank, remove the coolant and recycle the old coolant. If still in good shape, remove the cap from the old overflow tank and replace it on your replacement tank. Take your replacement tank and reinstall. This may take a minute or two to line up the tabs on the bottom and the mounting holes. You may have to twist the tank a little bit to position in place. You can feel that the bottom tabs are engaged. Just tug on the bottom of the tank. You may have to lift up slightly to line up the holes for the bolts. Reinstall your bolts. Take your ratchet again and just make it snug. It is plastic, so don't go crazy on it. Take your next bolt. It may be helpful to use an extension and the socket to line this up. Its access is tight. You're going to have to do this one by feel. Alright, after the two bolts are installed in the tank, reinstall the hose from the overflow tank. On top of the radiator there is a small nipple that the hose installs on. You may have to remove your radiator cap and then take the overflow hose and press it back onto the nipple. After it's installed, take your radiator cap and reinstall. You may have to push down to tighten and lock. After the coolant overflow tank is reinstalled, you will have to refill the overflow tank with coolant. there is a low level mark on the tank. You're going to take some fresh coolant and fill to that mark. As you look down the tank, the low mark is towards the bottom of the tank. It should only take a few quarts, if that. And we're right there. After the coolant is to the low mark of the coolant overflow tank, reinstall the cap, and you're done. You have completed installing the coolant overflow tank on your Foxbody Mustang. Placing a coolant overflow tank is very easy. Should take you about 10 minutes. After installing the tank, it's a very good idea to start the car, bring it up to temperature, and make sure you have no leaks. Add more coolant if necessary. Otherwise, you're done. Enjoy your Mustang. I'm Kevin here from Falling Performance. Thank you.
Perfect.
Done, right? That's it.